Once you will complete the preliminary lessons and you introduce to the students the 6 syllable types, and I say introduce, but maybe you will make clearer to them the function and use of syllable types as single syllable words, students will apply that knowledge in words that are larger, meaning that these now there are words that include more than one syllable. So we have you working with students in words that have 2 syllables, and then in words that will have 2 or more syllables. And why do we do this? Because now we started with a learning of the syllable types. Students know how to recognize syllable types in single syllable words. But now the goal is for them to build that competence, but also the comfort and also the familiarity and knowledge and skill on how to read words that have more than one syllable. So initially we start with compound words, because these are words that include parts that they can recognize, but also you're teaching them, if you can't recognize it, you apply the strategy, which is underline the vowel, then you know you have a syllable, and then look at type of syllable, break, be flexible in that process of breaking, and then determine what syllable type and how to pronounce that word. So if I select this section, that's when you will go to compound words. And again, you will see that we provide the lesson materials, we include you again with the agenda, and you have the helpful resources that we offer in every lesson. The language will be exactly the same. We will work to read and spell multisyllabic words. These are often called big words. Multisyllabic words, as the term implies, have multiple, many syllables. A syllable is a unit of pronunciation that has a vowel. If I speak like a robot, I can break words into syllables. For example, in the word capital, I have capital, 3 syllables. In the word capability, I have capability, 5 syllables. A syllable needs a vowel. Today, we will work with combinations of the 6 syllable types and how to read 2 syllable words. Remember, big words consist of smaller parts called syllables. If we know how to read and spell those syllables, we can read and spell multisyllabic words. Today, we will work with compound words. A compound word is a word that includes 2 words that each can stand on its own in meaning, but combined create a new word meaning. 2 words combined make a compound word. For instance, I have this word. Remember not to read the word when you are planning to show them how to read the word, because if you read the word ahead of time, what's the purpose of using the strategy to read it when you already have read it? So I have this word. So when I have this word, the truth is that we are teaching students to be flexible. And I mentioned this to you when I was explaining the strategy. However, at this stage, we want to show them how to apply the strategy of syllabification in reading words. So I will say exactly what I have written in the script. I will underline the vowels, and I recognize that I have 2 words, that there are also 2 syllables. The words are carpool, and the word is carpool. The word car is R control, and the word pool is vowel team. The word carpool has 2 syllables, and it means to group together in a car. So it's important to be able to recognize those parts in words so we read them automatically and accurately, and also we can spell them correctly for our readers. Remember, a syllable needs a vowel. When we have a vowel team, we underline the vowel team. When we have a VCE pattern, we will underline the vowel and we'll place a dot on top of our silent E. When we see the consonantal E, we underline it. When we see compound words, we can look for the word parts. Okay, knowing the syllables can help us decide how to pronounce the words too and think of their meaning. And then the teacher will continue with the rest of the lessons. So I want to point out to you that we have exactly the same structure that we have in the rest of the lessons as we started earlier into the preliminary lessons where they learned single syllable words. And that continues as we will proceed with the combinations and then later with 3 syllable words. So that will be the application of the preliminary lessons, because now we are stretching students' ability to read and to spell words that they include more than one syllable words. The goal is for them to develop, again, the knowledge, the skill, but also the ability not to be scared when they see these words, but to really apply the word attack skills confidently in order to read and to spell. So we are building their confidence at the same time.